I think there are many challenges to students that graduate college and transition into the real world career. When I was going through college here, no one of my career services looked like me. They were all white, female, or men. I saw these statistics of MSP region being the greatest region, but I never really realized that it was only for white people, not for BIPOC community.
In our region, there's thousands of young professionals of color who have the potential to be amazing employees and leaders if given the chance. But there are systemic barriers to landing those career pathway jobs and to helping them advance through the ranks.
It felt like really unattainable to even be like super successful because people like me are not really well represented in a lot of fields.
Well, the challenge is clear. Even though we know what it takes to launch a career, our region isn't succeeding in ensuring that young adults of color in our region get access to the same opportunities as their white peers. We know that because young graduates of color are less likely to find full-time jobs 2 years after completing college, and they find themselves too often in part-time or seasonal work. And those missed opportunities and lost earnings early on add up over time. Employees of color in our region earn a third less than white workers on average, and that disparity can be traced back to their very earliest career steps. Our region can build wealth in communities of color, advance racial equity, and power economic growth by ensuring young adults of color get their careers off to a great start. And to do that, we need a new approach and an all-in effort from employers. A central part of this new approach is a focus on networks. According to Forbes, 80% of jobs are secured through personal connections. 80%. We know people of color have far fewer of those connections than their white peers. That's why closing the network gap is one of ConnextMSP's core strategies.
We asked questions on how we could find a scalable solution to transform our region's ability to recruit, hire, and support young professionals of color. And we realized that rather than working in a vacuum, it's much more powerful when we are aligned and working with college and career readiness programs, with university partners and community organizations, and with employers. All with a strategy that is informed by the insights and perspectives from the many talented young adults in our network. That is the big idea behind ConnextMSP. Together, we can create a more inclusive workplace and launch meaningful careers for thousands more professionals of color.
There are two big problems in our community that are bigger than anything else. One is the incredible inequity in this community, and the other is the worker shortage. Connext addresses both of those problems, turns it into a great opportunity.
We want to reflect our communities. We increasingly realize that our communities are getting more diverse, and I'm committed to having diversity in my company as a result. Many of us are making investments in. Now let's invest in them further in their careers, getting jobs right here in Minnesota, which guess what? We need the workforce.
I would urge corporations to think about what can they be doing to cultivate experiences for younger talent. If we can find a way to cultivate diverse talent, create organizations that have fertile and inclusive environments, this region can be lifted to a point where we can achieve greater things than we have in the past and solve some of the challenges that I think are ahead of us in the future.
We have so many Fortune 500 companies here, and be honest about what skills do you need to develop in college so you can get one of these jobs. I think it's really important for employers to really sit down and create environments where we are increasing diversity, real diversity at all levels of their company.
I'm really excited about the opportunity to better serve our community, get everybody involved in employment. That's inclusion, that's diversity, and that's a good business decision, and in addition to being the right thing to do.
It's time to reimagine the early career system in Minneapolis-Saint Paul. Together, we are activating a new regional network that will connect thousands of young adults of color with hundreds of employers. Investing in our rising generation is the best idea we have for securing the prosperity of our region in the 21st century. So join the ConnextMSP network and be a part of advancing racial equity and creating a robust, inclusive workforce for our future.